Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks again for joining me while I review some more reserve list cards. Please like and subscribe, it helps grow the channel. So the first card is Lava Tubes. Lava Tubes is a land, and I'm going to go straight to this. Lava Tubes does not untap during your untap step if it has a depletion counter on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a depletion counter from Lava Tubes, tap, add black or red. Put a depletion counter on Lava Tubes. So you can either get a swamp or a mountain out of this, but every second turn, you gotta wait for the depletion counter to be moved off it. I think it's a pretty bad dual land, but what do I know? It is actually moving up quite aggressively on the market. 50 cents on TCG. I just can't feel like it's a good card unless you can untap it whenever you need it. But it's a strange one. Moving on. Leering Gargoyle, Mirage. One colorless, one white, one blue for a 2/2 flyer. Tap, Leering Gargoyle gets -2/+2 and loses flying until end of turn. So it gets more defensive, but it can't block flyers. It is moving up pretty crazily on the average, but the market's a bit slow to catch up. It's 84 cents. That might be something I'm missing here. You guys can let me know, but I don't feel like this is a good card. It loses flying when you activate it, and I guess you can block it in response, but that's a weird way to do that. Yeah, I don't know what the use of this card is, but you guys can let me know. Moving on, Lightning Blow. Lightning Blow is one colorless, one white, instant. It is target creature gains first strike until end of turn. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. Wait a second, isn't this really good? Especially for that angel card that says it brings back all cantrips. I mean, allows you to bring back instants and sorceries that cost less than a set amount. And pretty much all you want is cantrips in that card, so you can just go through your entire deck and buff up your angel. 36 cents on TCG. It is moving up pretty fast. I feel like it's a good card, but maybe that deck already has all the cantrips it needs. And this is just a way down and a bit too slow. But yeah, unsure. Feels okay, but. Next one, Lightning Cloud from Visions. I like that art. That is pretty cool. Almost looks like a volcano with like streams, but so it is 3 colorless, 1 red enchantment. Pay 1 red, pay 1 mountain. Lightning Cloud deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Use this ability only when a red spell is successfully cast, only once for each such spell. That's kind of painful. You can get incremental value out of this, but most red decks usually don't want to spend an extra 1 mana to deal 1 damage, especially when you're already trying to play to a curve. But after you get past that curve, and if you have something that can keep coming back to your hand, I guess you add an extra mana to deal 1 damage to anything that you want. If you can make it unlimited mana, then you can just bring a card back to your hand over and over again to deal 1 damage, but there's so many better ways to do this kind of stuff. So I actually don't feel like this is a really powerful card. 25 cents, it's moving up, but other than the art, it's a weird one. Let's have a look at what the flavor text says. The mightiest cloud sits upon spires of fire. Yeah, I mean, I live in Australia, so the second we have a fire, then it does create a big cloud. Just not the right way that I want to do it. I'd rather a bit more rain. But anyways, you guys can let me know if this is actually a good card and where it can be used. I just can't see the best benefit for it. Maybe in a dinosaur deck where you want to enrage the creatures as they come in, so you can get a bit more value on the turn they come in for an extra red mana. You normally have enough mana in that kind of deck, so yeah, okay. Yeah, let me know if there's other ideas, guys. Next one. Mal Malignant Growth. Malignant Growth. Oh, I can't believe I never had to actually say that word too many times. Mirage. It is 3 colorless, 1 red, 3 colorless, 1 green, 1 blue. Enchantment. Cumulative upkeep. Pay 1. During upkeep, put a growth counter on Malignant Growth. Gross. During target opponent's draw phase, he or she draws an additional card for each growth counter on Malignant Growth. For each card that the opponent draws in this way, Malignant Growth deals 1 damage to him or her. Wait, isn't this not a bad way to take out an opponent as an extra, counters deck? Can you not just stack this up to have 4 or 5 counters by the time it's your turn? And it doesn't even say may. It pretty much, they have to. And they can mill themselves as well. Okay, it's not exactly the best, especially for 5 mana, but I feel like there's some very gimmicky ways to use this kind of card. It is moving up, but it's 8 cents on TCG, so obviously no one really wants this, because it kind of benefits your opponents more than you. But if there's some kind of gimmicky way that you can put a lot of counters on this to like take them out in one turn, or, to benefit and play like the Hippo deck to, make like a nice friendly deck so everyone can benefit from what you're putting out and see if you can win that way over time. But yeah, fun. Mercenaries. Ice Age. 3 colorless, 1 white. Summon Mercenaries. Whenever Mercenaries damages a player, that player may pay 3 to prevent that damage. It's a 3/3 for 4. Oh boy. So you can attack with the 3/3 for 4 mana, but then if someone pays 3, they can block all the damage that you're going to send their way. Nope. Not on my list, it isn't. Terrible. Moving on. Mesmeric Trance, Ice Age. Mesmeric Trance is 1 colorless, 2 blue. Enchantment. Cumulative upkeep, 1 colorless. Pay 1 blue, discard a card from your hand, and draw a card. The cumulative upkeep is what's so painful about this. Other than that, it's actually not a bad card. I don't think it's a good card because there's better ways to do this. Even in a Muldrotha deck, the fact that you had to pay blue on top of this means that you had to pay 4 mana for doing some kind of discard a card from your hand to draw a card. There's, far better ways. 27 cents on TCG. I'd be careful with this kind of stuff anyways, but I just don't think it's a good card. You guys can let me know if there's actually some value to this stuff. Mindbender Spores. 2 colorless, 1 green for a wall with flying. Looks really, really creepy with those brain, like, was it octopus? When Mindbender Spore, okay, you know what, there's got to be an easy way to say this, maybe not. When Mindbender Spore blocks a creature, put 4 fungus counters on that creature. That creature gains. This creature doesn't untap during your untap step if it has a fungus counter on it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a fungus counter from this creature. The problem is it feels like a one-time said and done. So you can block a creature that they're going to send your way, and that keeps it out of your direction or anyone's direction for 4 turns. It's okay as a deterrent. It's kind of like Death Touch for 4 turns, and then the creature comes back. I just think there's so many better ways to deal with this kind of stuff, but I guess Death Touch and green, which has flying, that still feels like better ways to do it, and I just can't see any use for the card like this. But you guys can let me know for that. And last one, Minion of TV. Yeah. 4 colorless, 3 black. Summon demon. Oh, they have demons. Okay, so it's a 4/4. During your upkeep, pay 2 swarms or Minion of TV deals 2 damage to you. Okay. Tap. Target creature gets +3/-2 until end of turn. 7 mana for a 4/4 that has no keywords is terrible, especially when it asks you the next turn to pay another 2. So that's 9 mana for a 4/4 before you can use its ability. Terrible card. It is spiking. What do I know? It's 45 cents. I just can't see the value for a card like this. You guys can let me know. Even with the amount of mana it costs, what it does, 9 mana to even keep it alive for your next turn. Ugh, just feels like a massive pain. But anyways, guys, thanks again for listening, and please like and subscribe. And I'll keep doing this until we're finished with the reserve list in either this playlist or the next one. Thanks for that. See ya.